Hello and welcome back. DIY on a budget. On this one, I'm gonna help you clay your car. There's my clay. Giggity. First thing that you want to do is make sure that you wash and clean the surface of your car. Try to decontaminate it because this is a way of decontaminating your paint, getting in there in those nice crevices to try to get all of that nastiness that you see on the screen right now. So here's what the box comes with: 3 clays, 1 quick detailer, and that's your clay, detailer. You're gonna use a detailer like if it was soap, and a rag. So I split my clay in half, just like that. And then you just get rid of that because it's in the way. So you grab your detailer and you begin the process. Here we are. And then you spray. You're going to spray the surface all the way around. And you're not going to go crazy with the spraying because you're going to work it at a little area at a time, little square area at a time, and you should be able to hear how rough it sounds compared to when it's actually done. You actually can feel it on the actual clay as well. You'll hear like if it was sandpaper, like if your paint inside of it had sandpaper. It sounds very rough, and then once it's done, it sounds smooth, and that's all the nastiness that came out of the inside of my paint. So with that, we just gotta continue the process and work our way around the entire car. So here we are. We just continue working it. They say not to go in circles and just pick and choose a way. And then this is the second step. First step is to get the entire car clayed. Second step, you hit it with a finishing pad and you hit it with the whichever machine you got. And here is the wax that I'm using today. It is a finish, that's what you want to use. That's your top coat. That's the way that I've done it, and it works out perfectly. Nobody taught me this. This is the way that I do it on a budget, and I want to teach you guys how to do this at home with cheap tools that you can buy at Harbor Freight basically, or online. So you center your pad to the machine. Boom, giggity. You got it on there. And then you move on to the next step, which you gotta wet your pad because it's brand new. And yeah, just gotta make sure that there's some fluid on there. But you don't want to go crazy because you can make a huge mess by putting too much on here. So I already put too much on here, but I wanted to get my pad wet. Giggity, that's what she said. Anyway, so here I am, and you're gonna work your little sections just like you did when you were claying. You're gonna work a little section at a time. See that section right there? It's like a little square. That's all you work. Ta-da! Can't use one hand, so I gotta let you guys go and actually do this with 2 hands. And there's your product. Look at how beautiful that looks. So on the left, that's finished, and on the right, that still needs to be done. Look at that. It's just horrible. Look at how beauty. This is actually my practice car. It's also my daily, but you know, the paint is not perfect, so I'm just trying to make it look as best as possible. And so I practice with it, and that's the result of the whole entire roof being clayed and done with the finishing pad. It looks pretty damn good to me. And you repeat this process fairly often, like I would say every 6 months or so, just to decontaminate your paint and just to give it that nice beautiful gloss. I mean, once you rub your hands on there, you would feel it. If you run a rag through it, that rag would run smooth through that paint. So like I said, mine is not perfect because my paint is not perfect. I painted it with my dad and these are the results that we got, you know what I mean? But for the most part, you know, it looks good, it looks okay. So that's my tutorial. This is just a couple of different angles. That's my little tutorial on how to clay and give a top coat to any car. You can do this on any car, old, new, clear coat, non-clear coat. Mine is single stage paint, so it's a little bit more difficult, but you can do this on any car. Just be careful when you actually polish. Make sure that polisher stays flat on the paint and you'll be fine. And don't leave it on one spot too long. Ask me how I know. It's burned through the paint. And so yeah, this is right here, a different angle. This is the hood, a little before and after action right there. And that's it. Have a great time. Make sure you guys subscribe and like.